Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Tuesday, the 26th day of February. Here we go. You know, there is a halacha that Kiddush must be said b'makom seuda, at the place of the meal. Now, what that means is, usually that's no problem at your home on Shabbos. You make Kiddush and you eat lunch, and everything's wonderful. I'll tell you where the question comes up. It comes up at Kiddushes, at shuls. Sometimes somebody hears Kiddush, and they say, oh, I'm not hungry, I'm not eating anything at this Kiddush, I don't like anything at this Kiddush. They come home and they say, oh, I don't have to make Kiddush, I already heard Kiddush in shul, and then they start eating at home. That's where the problem is. You must have your Kiddush in the place of your seuda, of your meal. So, if you want to fulfill the mitzvah of Kiddush, you must eat a seuda along with it. The best way to do that is at home. You make Kiddush, you make hamotzi, and you have your meal. At shul, at a Kiddush, you can also fulfill this if you do it right. You make Kiddush, and then you have a miniature seuda at the place where you had Kiddush, then you're really done. And then you really don't have to make Kiddush later at home because you had Kiddush and you had a seuda along with it. The best way to fulfill that, of course, would be to have a hamotzi and wash and everything at shul where the Kiddush was. The second best, and this still works, is to have Kiddush and then have some mizonos afterwards, at least an olive size of it. Well, that would mean like a good sized piece of cake or something like that. Then if you make Kiddush and you have a good sized piece of cake, that's enough to be called Kiddush b'makom seuda. You had your Kiddush and you had a miniature seuda along with it. And then when you get home, you don't have to make Kiddush at all because you had Kiddush and you had a seuda, your cake, along with it. If you're going to do that, you should have that cake, again, a good sized piece of cake, along with that it should be done in a small enough piece of time that it's called a meal, like 3 to 4 minutes. You sit there, you have a good mizonos, piece of noodle kugel could suffice also, or any cookies or pretzels or some mizonos that's at the Kiddush. Fruit, according to most opinions, won't qualify as your Kiddush in the place of seuda, and therefore you'd have to have Kiddush and some mizonos, like noodle kugel or one of the cakes or cookies at the Kiddush, and then your Kiddush has really been fulfilled. The place where this gets really tricky is when you have Kiddush at a shul on Pesach. A lot of the foods at Pesach Kiddushes aren't really mizonos. They're beaten up eggs, or they have potato starch or something like that, but they aren't actually mizonos foods. In such a case, the only way that you could really fulfill a seuda is if you had another cup of grape juice along with it. Besides the Kiddush one, have another good size 3, 4, 5 ounce, 3 would do it, 3 ounces of grape juice along with it, and that could, in some conditions, be considered your meal. But those Pesach Kiddushes, because of that, they are questionable, because often they don't have a real good mizonos at them. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.